Over 8 billion people worldwide wear products made from this idyllic field. Yes, more than 25 million tons of cotton are harvested globally each year and undergo a complex production process inside modern factories to become billions of textile products that appear in our lives. So how do those soft white cotton bolls from the fields become durable and beautiful clothes after just one production process? Let's uncover the technology behind this extraordinary journey right now. Today, despite the abundance of synthetic and artificial fabrics, cotton remains one of the most widely used materials in the world. Thanks to its softness, breathability, and durability, it's found in everything from t-shirts and jeans to bed sheets and towels. Interestingly, all these products originate from the fruit of the cotton plant. When ripe, the cotton boll splits open, revealing soft white fibers surrounding the seed. This is the raw material for cotton. To produce the white cotton used in the textile industry, cotton plants are typically only grown once a year. Seeds are sown in the spring, and after about 5 to 6 months of growth, the cotton fields are ready for harvest. In fact, humans have known how to cultivate cotton for a very long time. Around 5,000 years ago, indigenous civilizations in the Americas used this plant to produce fabric for daily life. However, at that time, harvesting relied entirely on human labor. Each cotton boll had to be picked by hand, making the work both time-consuming and labor-intensive. It wasn't until the advent of modern harvesting machines that this process truly changed, allowing for the harvesting of vast fields in a very short time and ushering in the industrial-scale cotton production we see today. Once the vast cotton fields are covered with fluffy white bolls, it's time for specialized cotton harvesters to get to work. Instead of requiring dozens or even hundreds of workers to hand-pick cotton as in the past, a modern cotton harvester needs only a single operator and can harvest dozens of tons of cotton in a single day. As the machine moves through the field, its harvesting header gently passes over each row of cotton plants. Specialized rotating spindles and picking units carefully pull the mature cotton fibers from the open bolls while minimizing the amount of leaves, stems, and other plant material mixed into the harvested cotton. Immediately afterward, a powerful air suction system creates a strong airflow that carries the freshly picked cotton through a network of internal ducts into a large storage compartment at the rear of the machine. Because the cotton is transported by air rather than mechanical conveyors, it moves quickly while remaining light and fluffy, reducing compression and damage to the delicate fibers. Inside the storage compartment, the cotton is not only collected, but also compressed and packaged directly on the harvester. A hydraulic system continuously compacts the freshly harvested cotton, while a durable polyethylene film is wrapped multiple times around the outside, forming enormous cylindrical cotton modules nearly 2.5 meters in diameter. This protective plastic wrap shields the cotton from dust, rain, and moisture, helping preserve its quality during transportation to the cotton gin. Once the storage compartment reaches full capacity, the rear door automatically opens and gently ejects the completed cotton module onto the field without requiring the machine to stop for long. These massive white cotton modules are then left neatly lined up across the field, looking like giant wrapped candies waiting to be transported to the processing plant. After the bales of cotton are pushed down into the field, a specialized vehicle, similar in design to a forklift, approaches. Two long metal arms at the front slowly penetrate the enormous bales of cotton, then gently lift them and place them precisely onto waiting trucks at the edge of the field, ready to be transported to the processing plant. Trucks quickly transport bales of cotton to the storage area, where they are temporarily stored before being distributed according to each factory's production capacity. Here, thousands of bales of cotton are neatly arranged in rows, creating a truly impressive sight. Before being sent to the processing plant, each bale undergoes a quick inspection to assess its cleanliness and moisture content. Then, they are transported to the factory, where the journey of transforming raw cotton into the soft fabrics we use every day officially begins. A lifting machine will approach and use its sturdy metal arms to precisely lift 6 bales of cotton simultaneously. It will then gently transport the bales into the processing plant. Upon arrival at the factory, the cotton rolls are placed on a conveyor belt and transferred to an automatic film cutting machine. Here, the outer wrapping of the cotton rolls is quickly and precisely cut and removed. After the film is removed, the cotton rolls are moved to a dewinding machine, where the cotton fibers are separated from the rolls using an automatic fiber pulling and separating system. This process ensures even separation of the cotton fibers, guaranteeing quality for subsequent processing steps. Next, the raw cotton fibers are transported on a conveyor belt to the cleaning area. Here, a system of fans and sieves removes impurities such as leaves, cotton seeds, and dust. After cleaning, the cotton continues on a conveyor belt to the drying machine. In dryers, cotton fibers are typically dried at temperatures ranging from 60 degrees to 100 degrees, depending on the type of cotton and its initial moisture content. Temperature and drying time are carefully controlled to ensure the cotton reaches the appropriate moisture level without damaging its structure. Freshly harvested cotton usually has a moisture content of 15% to 20%. The drying process reduces the moisture content of the cotton fibers to approximately 6% to 8%, facilitating subsequent processing steps. Freshly harvested cotton bolls still contain seeds and tightly packed cotton fibers. To be used in the textile industry, these fibers need to be separated from the seeds. After drying, the cotton undergoes the most crucial step: seed separation. Upon entering the seed separator, the cotton is pulled in by high-speed rotating metal rollers. The force exerted by the rollers gently separates the cotton fibers from the seeds. The long, soft cotton fibers are retained and transferred to separate storage compartments, while shorter fibers or leftover cotton are separated by a sieving system. The entire process resembles a white, fluffy waterfall of cotton fibers continuously flowing through narrow openings inside the machine. Finally, a powerful fan blows the cotton fibers into a storage compartment, while the heavier cotton seeds fall into a collection trough for separate processing. Small cotton fibers, considered impurities in the grain separation process, are separated and transported by conveyor belt to a storage area where they are gathered into large piles. These cotton fibers are then used as animal feed, especially for dairy and beef cattle. After the long, pure cotton fibers are separated, they are transported by conveyor belt to the baler. Here, the baler uses high compression force to form sturdy bales of cotton, making storage and transportation more convenient. Each bale of compressed cotton typically weighs between 200 and 250 kilograms. The bales are then wrapped in plastic or cloth to protect them from dust and moisture during storage and transportation. Finally, a forklift carefully lifts the bales of compressed cotton onto trucks. These trucks then transport the cotton to the textile mill, where the cotton fibers are spun into yarn and woven into fabric. The bales of cotton continue their journey to the spinning mill. Here, forklifts constantly move between aisles, to quickly and accurately transport the bales to the production line. The first step in transforming cotton into yarn is unraveling. The bales of cotton are aligned and fed into the unraveling machine. This equipment uses high-speed rotating rollers combined with a system of small needles to gently separate the cotton fibers while removing tangled fibers and remaining impurities. From the fiber opening machine, the cotton fibers are sucked through a vacuum system and transferred to an air blower. Here, a strong stream of air completely cleans the cotton fibers, removing fine dust and any remaining impurities. At the same time, this airflow also helps separate the cotton fibers from each other, ensuring they don't tangle and are ready for the next spinning process. Next, the raw cotton fibers are fed into a carding machine for carding and alignment. Here, rotating shafts fitted with thousands of tiny needles separate, arrange, and straighten the cotton fibers in the same direction, making them more uniform and smoother. Afterward, the aligned cotton fibers are transferred to a stretching machine, where they are further lengthened and arranged to remove excessively short fibers, creating strips of uniform length. This process produces soft and uniform fibers, ready for the next spinning stage. To form yarn, the strips of yarn are passed through a roller system, where they are stretched and aligned before entering the spool. Here, the yarn is evenly wound onto spools, ensuring consistent tension and uniformity, before moving on to the next spinning stage. After being combed and aligned, the cotton fibers are collected and stored in large bins at the beginning of the spinning line. From there, the cotton fibers are extracted and passed through a system of high-speed rotating rollers to stretch and thin them, resulting in a more uniform and softer texture. This process gradually reduces the fiber strands and transforms them into yarns with a standard diameter, typically ranging from 0.1 mm to 0.3 mm, depending on the type of yarn being produced. While passing through the rollers, the yarn is also gently twisted by the rotating shafts, giving it the necessary strength and elasticity. The yarn is then guided through small tubes to maintain tension and alignment before being wound onto spools. Throughout the winding process, a sensor system continuously monitors the yarn tension to prevent breakage or tangling. Finally, the yarn is wound evenly and tightly around a rotating shaft, forming large yarn tubes with a diameter of 10 to 20 centimeters, depending on the requirements of each factory. When the yarn spool reaches the standard size, the machine will automatically stop and transfer the spool onto a conveyor belt to be taken to the storage area or prepared for the weaving process. Next, the yarn rolls are transferred to an automated weaving system to begin the fabric-making process. Here, the yarn rolls are placed on elevated supports so that the yarn can be easily pulled out and fed to the loom. The weaving system uses a high-speed loom where the warp threads are stretched and arranged parallel along the loom frame. The fabrics are then transported to the dyeing area, where modern automatic dyeing machines perform the coloring process. First, the dye is poured into the machine's tank, where a stirring system mixes it thoroughly to ensure complete dissolution and uniform distribution. Then, the rolls of fabric are fed into the machine, allowing the dye to penetrate evenly into each fiber. During the dyeing process, the fabric is soaked in the dye for 30 to 60 minutes, depending on the fabric type and the desired color, to ensure even and strong color adhesion. This process allows for the creation of a wide range of colors, from basic shades to complex colors, as required. After dyeing, the fabric is removed from the machine and passed through a centrifugal system to remove excess water. Wastewater generated during the dyeing process is filtered and treated using a purification system before being discharged into the environment. Next, the fabric is transferred to the drying area, where an automated drying system quickly dries it, while preserving its natural softness. Finally, the fabric is smoothed using an iron and carefully folded before being moved to the finishing or packaging stage. The next step is cutting the fabric to make the clothes. Hundreds of layers of fabric are stacked on a large cutting table, ensuring the layers are precisely aligned. Then, an automatic cutting machine moves quickly and accurately over the layers of fabric, creating fabric pieces with the exact size and shape according to the design. Finally, the fabric pieces are transferred to the sewing area, where skilled workers perform the sewing and assembly. Every stitch is made precisely to ensure the durability and aesthetics of the product. Labels are also sewn onto the clothes. After sewing is complete, the clothes are steam ironed to maintain their shape. Next, price tags are attached, and the products are carefully folded and packed into boxes for protection during shipping. Finally, the boxes of clothes are transported to shopping malls or retail stores, ready to reach consumers. Thank you for watching Factron Process's cotton production video. If you found the content interesting, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to support me. If you have any questions, comments, or topics you'd like us to cover, please leave a comment below. Factron Process always reads and appreciates your feedback. Goodbye, and see you in the next video.